Because when you set high standards for yourself, and you're like, I'm going to do this thing, and you don't do it, your mind is watching you. Your mind is there. It's like your drill sergeant, and it's telling you, "Oh, see what you did, idiot." What's up, YouTube? My name is Izuchukwu, and I'm currently 18 years old. And now let me move to the topic of the video: how to never fall off. And then this begs the question: what is falling off? What does it mean to fall off? Let me give you a scenario. And I will give this scenario from my life, my exact life. Now, imagine you set a goal for yourself. I set a goal for myself to get the client from AI automation, which is my specific business, my niche. And I tell myself that every day I'm going to wake up in the morning by 5 a.m. and I'm going to do my morning chores at home. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to come to my desk around 8 a.m. and then start outreach through Instagram. So I tell myself after outreach, I'm going to go to the library and I'm going to start building a new AI automation build. And then after that, I'll do another set of outreach. Then I'll record content or whatever. And then I'll finish my day and to be very productive. And I'm going to walk out at the end of the day. Blah, 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 blah. That's the plan, right? So this is the plan you have set for yourself. You have a timetable. You have everything planned to the minute. You do it on Monday. Monday comes, you do it. Perfect. You feel so good about yourself. You're lying down on your bed after you've taken your shower. And you're so happy that you'll be able to stick to the plan. You respect yourself so much. Tuesday comes. You do the thing. Yeah, you do it. You do it from 8 a.m. Well, around 2 p.m. your mind starts getting a little bit foggy. The work is boring. You honestly don't even know why you're here in the first place. So maybe you take about 1 hour and you're scrolling on your phone, scrolling YouTube, watching a documentary about something random. And then you do that, but then you still go back and you do a little bit of work after that time. Then you finish. When you're on your bed that day ready to sleep, you still kind of respect yourself. You're like, yeah, I still did what I could. Yeah. That's the second part. Now, Wednesday comes. Wednesday, you still wake up the time you said you were going to wake up. Yeah, you still wake up. But then after you finished your chores, when it's 8 a.m. you're supposed to start work. You're just looking at the laptop. You're like, what is this? What is wrong with me? What is this? Why am I typing? Why am I going to founders' pages and typing messages and trying to offer them my service? Like, what's this? What's the meaning of this? It's not even yielding anything reasonable. So you're questioning yourself. Now you tell yourself, I've been working hard, I've been sticking to the plan. Let me just go to that shop over there and just get some snacks and come and lie down on my bed and I'll just watch YouTube for just 1 hour. I'll just make my mind just day. Let me not stress myself too much. I only have one life, I can't walk it away. So you go and you buy what you want to buy. You come back home and then you sit down and you turn on YouTube, put one interesting documentary, then you start watching it. It's 45 minutes. It finishes, but then you click another one. That one too is 30 minutes. That one is even more interesting, but obviously the dopamine level you got from the first video is not the same as the second video. But this second one is also interesting. So you click it, you finish it. And then when you finish, you're like, snacks are finished. So you go to the same shop and you get a new batch of snacks. And then you come back and you sit down in your room again. And you turn on the YouTube again. And then inside your mind, there's a small part of you who remembers what you said you were going to do. And you're just shouting, hey, stop what you're doing. We're supposed to be walking. And you're like, shut up. Don't know what you're talking about. I've been working hard for about 3 days now. Do you know what's this to work hard for 3 days? 99% of guys can't do that. You're justifying it. And then you finish. And you continue watching YouTube and eating your snacks. And suddenly it's 3 p.m. 3 p.m. You have not baited. You have not done a single outreach. And you hate yourself. But then you still work out because that's one of the few things that still ground you. Now, what I just told now is my story. This is what I was struggling with for the last, for part of last year. Yeah, there was a part of last year where I was struggling with it, and this is exactly what I was doing. But in this video, I want to share the system that got me out of that. The system that's gotten me to the point now where I find it hard to fall off, honestly. Like, it's honestly hard for me to fall off and get into that system again. I finally be able to find something that grounds me and that keeps me accountable to myself and keeps me respecting myself constantly. So let me show you how that system works practically. You still set the wild schedule that you want to set. You still set I'm going to wake up by 5 a.m., do this by 8 a.m., do everything. You still set it up like that. It's clean. You do it your Monday, you do it your Tuesday. But when it comes to Wednesday, and let's say maybe you finish watching that first YouTube video. So you finish the first YouTube video, you're eating it, and suddenly your mind is telling you this is not what you're supposed to do. You have wasted, I don't know, 1 hour, 2 hours watching this thing. You're a disgrace. You're not the guy you said you want to be. What kind of fraud are you? So, calm down. So your brain is telling you these things, and do you know that one of the things that makes you spiral even more into falling more is because your mind also attacks you sometimes. Because when you set high standards for yourself and you're like, I'm going to do this thing, and you don't do it, your mind is watching you. Your mind is there. It's like your drill sergeant, and it's telling you, "Oh, see what you did, idiot." and so that's one of the things that can even push you more into the ditch that you are in. Okay, so you've woken up, you've scrolled for 2 hours, you wasted your time, and then your brain is also cheating on you. Here's what you do. You're supposed to start everything by 8 a.m., right? Now it's 11 a.m. Now it's 12 p.m. Here's what you do. You continue your day as if nothing happened. You wanted to do 20 outreaches by 8 a.m., right? You do the same 20 outreaches by 12 p.m. And if there's not enough time between 12 p.m. and the time you have to do something else, you do the essentials. If the outreach is the most important thing, you do the outreach. You do the building of something. You do only the essentials. And so after you do that one, and then you do the other things you want to do in your day, like working out or whatever. And when you come and you want to sleep, of course your mind is still going to tell you you didn't do everything you're supposed to do. Of course it's still going to tell you. But it's not going to be that sort of, you're not going to be flogging yourself constantly. Because you just moved right past the spiral. And so this is what has helped me personally. You mess up, you make the first mistake, you don't attach any meaning to it, you don't let it become anything of significance. Because attaching significance to it is what pulls you off even more. And so this is how I'll be able to get out of the constant spiraling and falling off. Now here's the thing with this tactic that I found. If you apply this tactic, here's exactly how it will play out in your life and how it play out in my life. If I used to spiral for 3 days, so from the story I gave you, I spiral on Wednesday, and then because I hit myself on Wednesday night, I wake up on Thursday night feeling like shit, and then I spiral throughout Thursday again. And the same thing on Friday. So when I applied this tactic, it turned from Wednesday through Friday. It went from 3 days to then just 2 days, and then it went to 1 day, and then it got to the point where within a few hours I'm back, because I know, because I applied this tactic of just moving past moving past the bump that I had, moving past the gap that I had in execution, and just pulling myself back into what I'm supposed to be doing. So if you notice, the core principle of this tactic is just accepting your humanity, not flogging yourself over messing up. And here's the paradox: when you accept your humanity, when you get into this habit of not attaching any meaning to your failures and not wallowing in them, you get closer to the machine that you want to be. Because if you're like me and you set this Spartan protocol, you obviously want to build yourself up. You want to be more of like a machine. Yeah, you want to be a machine. You want to just operate and execute. So, but accepting your humanity through this protocol will paradoxically give you the outcome that you want. So this is frankly what I've learned from this tactic. I find it very useful. I'm not making this video to preach to anybody that is better than you or whatever. No. I'm just documenting what I myself am learning on my life journey. And I myself don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that should be clear by now. But I'm learning every day, I'm growing, and I'm becoming more of the person I want to be. So, that was that about that. Okay, so I had to add this last part because when I was recording the first part, there was some disturbance in the house and I had to go and do some house chores, so I couldn't finish it. But I just wanted to give an update on a video that I posted before. So I said I was going to be posting AI automation videos every week. But the thing is that because of something I learned, I decided not to do that. I learned that since I'm still at the early stages of getting a client and everything, I need to put more of my time into outreach, into reaching out to clients, into like improving my outreach tactics so that I can actually close someone. So in the meantime, I'll still be doing AI automation builds, as I will still be doing them every week or build something new. But I won't necessarily be posting it on YouTube because that takes some time and edits and everything. So hopefully in the future I can start doing that more consistently. But right now, I don't know what to expect. So you can just expect the unexpected. I will just post whatever it is that I post. So there's no set plan for what I'm doing. I'm just looking on documenting what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis and what I'm learning. So that's it.